Well, this is about as unphotogenic as I've looked in a while. The fidelity is a little fuzzy, but it is a brand new computer with a brand new camera and a brand new everything. The only thing not brand new is me. So this is my little test Zoom here. Undergoing a job, career, vocation change. I'm going to be using Zoom and online features like this a lot more than I ever thought I would as a teacher, which I am not one anymore. Hence this message. When I upload this to YouTube and send it to you as a unlisted link, I'm only sending it to you to just sort of explain a few things. And I guess this is also a warning. By the time you get this, or right around the time you get this, I will have passed my Kentucky health insurance agent certification examination, all my background checks and all that good stuff. And so I will be certified to begin what we called in the days of my network marketing career, which some of you may remember 30 years ago, the 5-foot rule. That's how far you have to be away from me before I try to sell you something. So this would be a good time to watch this, shut down your browser, erase all my information, and never speak to me again, which might simplify both of our lives. But I'm just letting you know that in this last portion of my employability, I'll be 59 in a few weeks. And basically teaching has lost its shine for me. 27 years was more than enough. And I found even in the last couple of years at Servite before we moved to Kentucky, I guess the what does James Taylor say? The frost is on the pumpkin. I don't know if that's what I mean by that, but I just like the sound of it. But the shine wasn't there. The pop, the verve. I got older, fatter, tireder, and maybe crotchetier and curmudgeonlier, and just put on the end of everything. Or ick, curmudgeonlick. That sounds even worse. But whatever it is, I know that this is a time to change things. Catherine is also going to be shifting her career around a bit here. She's got a great job opportunity, and I'll let her tell you about that. I'm going to be much more of an at-home dad anyway, which I always wanted to be because I love my kids. So I'll be here a lot working remotely, however it is that I do it. And I just wanted to catch all of you up. You know, I have cut my ties to social media. I did create a Facebook persona for purposes of my Hibernian recruitment here in my small town in Kentucky. But aside from that, I only check in on that for purposes of Hibernian business. Some of you have reached out to try and add me on Facebook, but I'm not doing that because I don't want to know my friends like that. I may have to change that as an insurance agent, but we'll see. I also thought that for my old friends from medieval times, or any of my hotel buddies that still talk to me or will get this, I have a lot of old emails I've dug up in the last few weeks in anticipation of sending this little video clip, this little greeting card of sorts, this little, instead of a tedious Christmas letter, I thought I'd just ramble like this for about 9-10 minutes. But back before all these hairs were gray and these jowls were not so pronounced, and before I wore Santa beards, I worked at the Emerald Hotel. I worked at Marie Callender's. And again, going through old paperwork, I found some old phone numbers, reached out to a couple of people I haven't spoken to in 35 years. And it was nice to catch up with them. So I thought, why not send them this so they can get a little look at me? God help them. So I started bartending again recently here in town at a little motor lodge in the bourbon capital of the world, Bardstown, Kentucky. And I wasn't expecting much. It just was a little poolside bar at a place that has recently been refurbished by a company out of Louisville. And it turns out these guys are pretty big hitters. And they really flipped it into a decent little motor hotel. You can call it a motel, but it's actually more like a hotel. It's really lovely now. Great little saltwater pool, heated. So they do winter business with it. And likewise, it's got an elegant little trendy restaurant attached to it. I'm not working in the restaurant. They don't trust me around the really expensive customers. But the slugabeds who want to dip in the pool or light a wood fire and drink at my bar have been extremely generous. And in just a couple of weekends, my feet hurt, my back hurts, everything hurts. But I got money in my pocket like I haven't had really ever. I always made good tips in the 80s and 90s, but drinks are about 10 times more than they were back when I was pouring them at medieval times. Gone is the $2 well drink. Now, a really good shot of toasted barrel Elijah Craig goes for $20 a pour. Oak Mills goes for 28. And don't get me started on things like Eagle Rare or Maker's Mark 105, or dare I say, the beloved Pappies. I haven't poured any of those yet, but if I do, I think people have to take out a second mortgage to drink that stuff by the shot. Whatever the case may be, I've dipped my toe into the pool of poolside bartending again, which is oddly enough how I started back in 1986 when I lied my way into the position of an experienced bartender at the pool bar on the third floor of the Emerald Hotel for Jim Curd. And a few of you remember good old Jim Curd. So anyway, that's enough of that nonsense. I am really happy to just say hello to all of you and to let you see this mug again. I need to somehow maybe get one of those big round lights that softens the face a bit so that any customers I am talking to, either on cold calls or lead calls, won't be too horrified. The hutch behind me will probably not be my permanent backdrop. If any of you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. The comment section below, I was like that. You can say things like, you suck, do some push-ups, cut your hair, hippie, whatever you want to do. Remember, I am a bespectacled man, so for those who really haven't seen me in a while, you can add 4 eyes to the stack of insults, along with bon son and other such things. So here, 3D coming at you, feeling more like John Candy with that. Johnny LaRue. Ladies have been calling in, saying I've been gaining. No. All right, well, that's enough of that. I think I'm riding the pine here at, I can't see my time limit, but I told myself 10 minutes and no more. So whatever it is. Kentucky's beautiful. If you ever want to see the Bourbon Trail, you know where to come see us. You can always sleep on the floor with 4 children, 10, 8, 6, and 4. And with my beautiful bride here and a lot of friends in this great town, I can tell you where to go, where to not go. And there's plenty of beautiful things to do here in this lovely part of America. So this is my catch-up message, or my mustard message, if you prefer. And yes, I still do the pun thing. If you need to reach me, there's the email will be below. If you don't have my working email, and I can exchange phone numbers with you that way, or you can just comment below, or just ignore all of it. And like I said, delete me from your database. But it's been a long time. As the great Charlie Daniels wrote, it's a long road and a little wheel, and it takes a lot of turns to get you there. And wherever I am right now is here. And if we haven't spoken in a long time, this is my how you doing? How you doing? And with that, thanks for listening. God bless, much love, and mahalo.